it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And we welcome you to Adelaide Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Another edition of Prep Academy Hockey on Pennzoil Sports Network. U16's in action as the RA St. M's take on Culver Military Academy. Two sides played yesterday. Mount came away with the win. They'll look to double it up today. Matt Jolis in the broadcast booth with you. Thanks so much for tuning in this afternoon, wherever you might be. And we will get set for the proceedings. Willem Braun in net today for the Saints. And they'll go with the 30 of Charles Menard, who came in relief yesterday of Maverick Avent. We'll get the start today for the Culver Eagles. Fitzgibbon will skate to the face-off circle. It's the 9 of June M, and we're underway in the first period of play. Off the sideboards, that one will track all the way down. It deflected off with a stick for a second of Tobias Tilley. And so no icing will be called. Pinned along the backside boards, trying to loop it around was Fitzgibbon looking for Earhart. McSherry for Berdikovsky. Colton Whitfield will pick that one up. Cycles back behind his own net. Long ice pass for Earhart. As Earhart's run into the boards craftfully by the 5 of Max Holland. Cross ice pass looking for Alexei Lachane. Lachane had the lone 2 goals for Culver yesterday. Scored both of them in about a 10-second span in the second period. Pulled this game back for a moment. And then all of a sudden, Mount went off to the races and finished out high. Colin Sisson, as he pulls that one back out to the blue line, pushed away and all the way down by Keenan Hodgson, will get called for an icing and a stoppage of play as Culver was trying to dump and chase for a line change. $15 and a half. As we're just underway here to go in the first period. Today's first period brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Sisson As he sent that one around to the opposite side for Ipri. Vinny Ipri. Colin Sisson has his stick tied up in the body of the four. Blake Manning wanted a call from the referees, didn't get it. Jaden Sakura will keep that one in as it's shepherded around the backside by Menard. Off the backboards, Sisson back across, and that one dinged off of the post from Jaden Sakura and went up into the ceiling. Did it even come down, or is it actually caught somewhere in the ceiling? We'll figure that one out. 14:51 left to go, and a face-off here dropped on the side. Stefanik. As Stefanik collided with his own teammate in Cal Hughes. For Barber. And that one will all the way down in a whistle and a stoppage of play. Icing is the call, and it'll send it back to the side of the net of Willem Braun. Face off won by the Saints. Menzel cycled that one around to the corner. Came out for Stefanik, and Stefanik was able to get that one down off of the pass from Theo Kess. Theo Kess in the corner now as he worked that one back for Hughes. Hughes bounced off of the play. As Lachine tried to move it through the neutral zone, and he whistled and a stoppage of play, and we get a face-off down once again from where we came. Up off of the side boards into the Mount bench, and this game is starting to feel a lot like the first period of the U14 game. We've not even played 4 minutes, and we've had so many stoppages. Roberts tried to defend that face-off for the Saints. Instead, kicks around for Larioza. Long distance attempt from up top as Holland tried to shoot that one in. Save made by Braun. That was the first good shot that came on to Braun. We're on the backside boards. Larioza doesn't actually get to him as it's bodied out by Montaldo, and it's up into the netting and a stoppage of play. Schable sent that one on Braun, kicked aside, and all the way back down to another icing call. For Schnapu, as that one's going to go way up high and into the top row of Mount family members. Face off right at center. As Fitzgibbon goes against Lashane. Tanner Morgan trying to come through the zone with it. He will get it. And Morgan out for Earhart. Dispossessed. And sent the other way, though, by Shable. Lashane. Icing. Looped around the backside boards, and that's pulled away by Jaden Sakura. Monsiero. Shot. Second attempt. Third attempt, and it was still sitting there as JJ Monsiero peppering the net. Occupied by Charles Menard, and Menard able to stop all of them. Barber for Menzel. Menzel having to do a little bit of traffic control around the Culver players spread through the blue line area. For Barber. Menzel got to be careful there, as coming right on top of them was Petruccio. Montiero on the opposite side. He slots that one down to dump, and Chase goes on the help from Jaden Sakura. Wrapped around the back side. Head for Callum Hughes as Jack Montaldo started that one out of the zone. Corner play from Stefanik. Larioza for Culver as that one comes across for Blaine Cron. Theo Kiss at center ice as Kiss gets spun around on a hit from Hume. And a penalty is going to get called, and down in a heap in the corner is Callum Hughes. To the box will go Nate Larioza as the training staff attends to Hughes. And a major misconduct assessed to Larioza. And he's out. As Cal Hughes is attended to by the training staff, we'll take a break.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot!
Callum Hughes helped off by the training staff, and a major misconduct assessed on Nate Larioza, so he is done for the game in a 5-minute power play for the Saints. Theo Kiss for Sakura. Sakura fired one and a save made by Menard. Colton Whitfield for Kiss, right in front, an opportunity for Savannah, goal! It popped over top of the pad on the second poke check attempt from Chase Stefanik. They'll give Theo Kiss the assist, and the Saints are on the board 1-0. And 4:25 still left to go in the major penalty. So plenty of time for the Saints to add more to this one. Fitzgibbon and Earhart along with J.J. Montiero. As that one's taken away instead by Cron. Wayne Cron, Vinny Ipri in the corner boards. Montiero will pull that one out and carry it away offensively for the Saints, holding as he slots that one across. For Colin Sisson. Sisson horseshoes it all the way around. Montiero on the opposite side. Montiero gets bodied in. Earhart had it for a moment. Comes over for Tilley. Earhart fighting there with the 4 of Manning. Manning comes away with it. Manning tried to shoot into Ipri's boots for a second, and then it came right back to him. Second attempt is kicked away by Braun. Ipri. Across the blue line for Sisson. As Ipri gets bumped into along the side boards by Manning. Still 3 minutes left to go here in the advantage. Montiero. Back for Ipri up at the blue line. Ipri through traffic. Hits Fitzgibbon. Comes back for Sisson. And now Earhart getting into some issues with Culver players. And he'll get a talking to as he gets sent to the bench. And the referee's having chats with the Culver coaching staff. Theo Kiss. Corner boards, bodied out by 2 Culver players, was able to get it back for Whitfield. Came across, shot, score! It'll be the 20 of Jack Montaldo from Theo Kiss. And it's 2-0 Saints. And still 2.5 left to go in the major penalty. Montiero for Ipri. Tanner Morgan. That one, however, off the side boards as it's moved along by Shable. Up over top of the stick of Bordakovsky. For Sisson, back for Ipri. Morgan, shot, score! Did it deflect off of anybody from Vinny Ipri's shot? Nope, it is Vinny Ipri's goaltender. Morgan the assist. It's 3-0. And not much you can do about this one. Two minutes still of power play time remaining. Vishnapu wraps around for Catalo. Back for Vishnapu again as he gets hit. Puck pops out for Catalo. Fitzgibbon, Kai Menzel. Back in the corner again, and that one Roberts had an attempt right in front. Behind for Tilly. And it's shepherded into the glove of Menard in a stoppage of play. Roberts for Fitzgibbon, bouncing puck off of the sideboard. Kai Menzel was calling for it. Vishnapu back to Fitzgibbon, over for Menzel. Deflection from Roberts. Didn't get through to Menard. Went wide of the net instead. Fitzgibbon, Catalo sliding across on his knees. Kept the one, and then Catalo hit hard by McBride, and we're going to get a penalty call. They're going to call Catalo for unsportsmanlike conduct. So that'll erase the final 54 seconds of the major power play time. And it'll put Culver on the power play with about a minute of time. Guys, this one will scoot all the way down. We'll get an icing as we're playing four aside. Cycled around for Whitfield at the blue line. Stefanik back to Whitfield again. Kiss right in front as he was looking for Montaldo. Back for Colton Whitfield. Whitfield run off of the play. And it's moved out for Culver to try to take a chance offensively for Blake Manning. Came across, blocked. Whitfield sacrificing the body as he got in front of that attempt from Tilly. Held on the backside zone as they are now on the penalty kill. Whitfield and Stefanik and Montaldo trying to burn time, and a hand pass called against Culver will put this face-off all the way down. Kalischer got tossed. That one snapped back from Earhart. And the save made. And it bounces right back around, and Menard again has to stop Earhart. We're just turning in 3-0 Saints on 2 power play goals in a 5-minute major penalty as Nate Larioza ejected for a hit from behind on Callum Hughes. That hard shot from Kalischer went up over top. And again, another shot attempt, this time from the 5 of Holland. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. And fisticuffs and extracurriculars after the play as Earhart skating by the 18 of Hodgson and the 19 of Lachine. Three seconds remaining in the penalty, 2-1. That expires that. And we're back to 5-a-side hockey. Craftfully taken back to the neutral zone as Im tried to cycle that one up for McSherry. Hand pass called again against Culver, and it's going to send it all the way down. We're going to take this one just outside of the zone. One referee pointed for the far side. Slid in on Braun. Long first periods in both games today as we've taken about half an hour to play this one as well. Jaden Sakura across the blue line. Sakura carrying all the way through to the back boards. Wraps for Fitzgibbon. Sisson came all the way back across. Sakura Montiero as it pops up and it's brought all the way back down again. Barber. Kept it at the blue line over top of Montiero's stick. Hansen for Culver, tried to send it. Barber just dumps it back in. Hey, Barber was looking for a call or thought he was going to get a call. Theo Kiss. Roberts chasing this one down as it's tapped by Tilly, and we do get a whistle. And offside is the call. Kenny Barber is confused about something because skidding off to the bench even, he was putting his hands out like, what's going on? Montaldo and Whitfield along the backside boards. Stefanik. Roberts with a head of steam. Roberts fired, hit the post, came back, and an opportunity to stick it on the backside was Theo Kiss. He couldn't get it to go. And a tripping call, and now confusion from Colton Whitfield. So with 2 minutes to go, a 2-minute penalty for Whitfield. Menzel bounced over top of Sisson's stick. Right to the center for him. Sisson bodied in to the 21 of Tilly. Epry off the sideboards. This one's going to go all the way down. Icing will get called, and we'll go to stoppage of play. There is a 2-second differential between the penalty clock and the game clock. So should this period come to an end without Culver scoring, Colton Whitfield will have to spend the first 2 seconds of the second period in the box. Kai Menzel. As it's held by Holland up at the blue line. Cycle across for Hansen. Hansen. Holland. Bortnikowski as he cycles that one all the way around looking for him. Tapped by McSherry. Hit off of the sideboards and snuck back into the neutral zone. Earhart chased after it, so too did Ipri. As Hodgson tries to work it for Culver. As that one got flicked and sent all the way back down by Ipri. Tapped by Holland as he was chasing back to reset for Culver. The final 20 seconds to go here in the first period of play. And Ipri, defensive stop. Holland got a piece of that one. And Braun was able to shepherd it aside with the blocker pad. Ipri 1-0, and that'll sound it. We're through one. 3-0 Saints after one. And they're going to resurface the ice now. So we're going to get a nice long 10-minute intermission break. We'll take the break as well. You're watching RI St. M's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try Right kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
3-0 Mount after one. Now the Saints put 2 goals on the board in that first period of play on a major penalty power play. And Whitfield is out of the box, and we're back to five-a-side hockey. For Colton Whitfield, the aforementioned, as he sends that one off of the sideboards, looking for J.J. Montero, tapped away instead by Tilly. This one will snake its way all the way down, deflected on its way, though, so icing is negated. Tilly. Cross for the 6 is McSherry. McSherry got tied up with Jaden Sakura. He tries to continue that along with him. Looped all the way around, took a weird bounce off of one of the seams in the boards. Wraparound shot, score. And Culver has broken the bagel with Patrick McSherry picking up the goal. Deja vu from yesterday. We stood in this exact point. Culver gets a goal, comes back into this one, gets another one, brought it to 3-2, and then all of a sudden Mount punched it and ran away. Max Holland. It won't be in 10 seconds this time, but Hume sends this one across. Bortkovsky. Back of the blue line, Roberts, as he shoved Holland, and Menzel's going to come away with the puck for Theo Kiss. Kiss holds that one. Hard shot and a save made by Menard on the attempt in the corner. From the 27 of Chase Stefanik. Kai Menzel deflected off of the stick of Blake Manning and into the back glass. This one's going to come all the way down. They're going to call icing. We're going to have stoppage of play. Today's second period on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information, and by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. One more game left to go here from Adelard. 2 p.m. Eastern Time. The U15s in action against Seacoast Performance Spartans. Now we'll wrap the academy portion of the day, and then we go to college hockey this afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. University of Rhode Island Rams and the Buffalo Bulls, game 2 of their weekend series in ACHA Division I play. And close off the evening with a slate of high school hockey games. And Mount St. Charles, the boys varsity team, in action later on this evening against the Barrington Eagles. Burrville Broncos taking on the East Greenwich Avengers, and then the game that a lot of people have their eyes on, the rivalry game between the LaSalle Rams and the Bishop Hendricken Hawks. For David Earhart. Earhart and Menard will hold that one to his pads in a stoppage of play. As always, you can check out what we're broadcasting. Visit Fans Only Sports. It's fansonlysprtz.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever social media you might have, at FOTZ SPORTZ. And for all things hockey related, you can always follow us on Instagram at ri.hockey. That's Instagram at ri.hockey. Bumped off of the play by Cataldo and Montaldo. And this one will snake all the way back down, and icing will be the call. Line changes for the Saints. As the faceoff comes to Braun's left. And he will have to clamp down on that one as a draw play from the Eagles. And Culver fired that one. Back for McBride off of the backside boards. Cycled back around to the blue line. Monteiro trying to poke it out of the zone. Got kept in by Culver. Held on the opposite side now by Hodgson, and they got it in. And here we go. Exactly where we were yesterday. Took a little bit of longer time, and we're at 3-2. As Vince Culver gets the second one for the Eagles. Well, 3-2 with 13 left, and yesterday the Saints popped 4 and made it 7-2 to the final. Getting stood up as the 10 of Shable by Ipri, and then Roberts gets dumped down, interference call coming. And Culver, who just scored the goal, is going to go in the sin bin for 2. 13 left to go. So power play for the Saints once again as Whitfield cycles out across for Theo Kiss. Back for Kiss. Montaldo. Whitfield went to fire one, mishandled on that one. And Im's going to come back with it. Whitfield has to track back and is able to dispossess him. Jaden Sakura will pick it up on the opposite side corner. Kiss. Kiss gets bodied out on the back boards. Around for Colton Whitfield. Whitfield from the corner. Tic-tac-toe pass for Montaldo, looking back for Stefanik. And instead that ends up getting poked out of the zone. Whitfield re-enters. Backdrop for Sakura. Cross pass and a hard shot. Went up over top of everything. It was off the stick of Kiss from the corner. Holland offside. One left to go in the advantage, 12 left to go in the period. Sisson. Monteiro, Morgan, Earhart, and Ipri. The 5 on the ice right now for the Saints. For Morgan. Sisson in the corner. Monteiro in the slot, blocked by 4 crimson jerseys. Sisson, as that one bounced off of Earhart. Back for Ipri. Hard shot went up over top. Came right back again. That one had a deflection, and then Monteiro going for a bouncer, and that was almost identical to a goal that got scored yesterday. As Sisson brings that one across, fires, and a save made on the blocker pad by Menard. "12 seconds remaining in the advantage. Vishnapu dispossessed of that one by Holland. He'll let it go as they'll burn the penalty time. Menzel chases it to the back. 2-1 will expire the penalty. We're back to five-a-side hockey. Menzel, though, carries that one through the zone. It's dropped, and the shot attempt from Brick Fisher went wide. Catallo, chased by Manning to the corner, sent around. Palmenter on the opposite side. Kundra. Fisher. Carry that one back through the neutral zone. Dumps down. Saints go for a line change. Kalsher. That's worked around on the back corner by Stefanik. Menzel. That one will roll on its edge and pass the blue line as McBride chased it, and we're going to get a whistle. Stop it to play offside for Culver. Shepherded by Braun for Theo Kiss. And Roberts for Chase Stefanik as Stefanik brings that one across. And immediately met defensively by Tobias Tilley. Lashane. Hodgson. As Montaldo chases that one to the corner. Came right back out in the center, and an opportunity landed on the stick of Bordakovsky. Whitfield. As he'll work with Stefanik and Kiss. Whitfield, and that one was kicked aside by Menard. Spinning around a Zipri as he loses his stick, and the puck pops back for him. As a hard shot goes up over top of everything. Jernium right into the catching glove of Braun, and a save made. Draw play on the faceoff for McSherry. Monsiero sends that one back for Jaden Sakura in the corner. Comes back up top for Barber. Fired one, and somehow through traffic, it was snagged by Menard. J.J. Montiero got dumped on the play. And the referees will chalk it up to fisticuffs and extracurriculars post-play. As Barber tried to dump that one back into the zone for the Saints, all the way down and a loop around. Pass it for Kenny Barber. Came right back out in front, and an attempt that had to get blocked away from the blocker pad of Braun. Sakura. into the corner as it's looped around the backside boards. As Culver tries to push this one out. Kundra for Montero. Montero will dump that one all the way down. It'll bounce up into the bread basket and be stopped by Menard. Menzel through traffic. Taken away and carried back down by Kundra. Slot passes, they were looking for Palmenter. Earhart. Morgan. Fitzgibbon. Back for Earhart, right off of the side of the body of Menard. Kai Menzel. And it's sent all the way down and goes off the stick of Fitzgibbon. He'll just let it deflect down. It's a dump and chase opportunity instead. The Saints will use it as a line change for Snapu. Chases this one back as Earhart and Vishnapu work up top with Tanner Morgan. And Earhart will pick this one up as Menzel gets tied up with Manning over in the corner. Petrusu with 6.5 left to go here in the second. Fisher picks that one up at the blue line. Brick Fisher got tied, but it's pulled off instead by Catalo. Comes back for Vishnapu on the opposite side. Catalo behind the net as he gets hit, and Cron comes away with it for Culver. Culver trying to exit the zone. Mount doing everything to push him back in. Whitfield dumped down behind the net. Arm goes up. Delayed penalty is going to get called as Mount's going to go on the power play here. And going to the box for tripping will be the 8 of Luke Petrusu. Sakura. Montaldo. Backhanded attempt blocked by Holland. Sakura. Stefanik in the corner. Back for Whitfield up top. As he slides that one across for Theo Kiss. Kiss sidestepped Hodgson. And then the shot is saved by Menard. .30 seconds gone by in the penalty, so 1:30 left to go, 5:22. In the period. This is our clock, a little bit off with the stadium clock. We'll get that to match. Whitfield popped up off the side of McBride. As he tracks that one through center, Sakura and Stefanik trying to play with it. Sakura winding, holding, sent that one across. And Theo Kiss had a shot that went well wide of everything. Whitfield off the sideboards looking for Kiss. Came back for Bordakovsky and then sent out of the zone by McBride all the way down. And Whitfield will pick this one up. Goes sideboards again, this time for Earhart, and that one gets past him and hits McBride again. And McBride will send this one all the way down, and it's enough off to the edge that it'll be icing. We'll get a stoppage of play. Morgan tripped up a little bit on the play. Nothing there to be called, though, as Morgan and Jakob Hansen ran into each other. As this one's going to get deflected past Ipri and all the way down. Final 9 seconds of the power play. 3:50 left to go in the period. Stick taps signify the end of the penalty. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. Mishandle sends this one all the way down, and a save made by Braun. Got a piece of it on the edge of his glove as it came flying from Kundra. Off the backside boards, Ipri will pick this one up as it goes off in front of the Culver bench. Gloved down by Hansen, and whistle and stoppage of play, and offside is the call. Fisher. Menzel. Forward for Fitzgibbon, who deflects it all the way down. Picked up by McBride. Opposite side blue line for Menzel. Off of Fitzgibbon again, and that time it was not McBride. It was the four of Manning. His McBride was right there, and the two of them were kind of like, you take it, no, you take it. In front of the Mount bench, in the piles of snow that have been shaved up here in the second period of play against the Dasher boards. An onside pass, long distance for Palmenter. Trying to work with it is Morgan. Morgan run into the boards by McBride, and the two of them tap sticks a little bit. My apologies, it might have actually been Brooke Fisher that got ran into. Shot attempt came from Kalster. That goes up over top. And comes back down with Theo Kiss. Kiss for Menzel. Stefanik. As Kiss wraps that one all the way around. Off of the side of Montaldo. Whitfield in the corner will loop it around. Came back out in front. Split save from Braun. As Kalsher was looking to try to bring this game level. And then again a shot from Kalsher. And Chase Stefanik sacrificing the body. Last minute of play in the second period as this one's going to get chased, and icing will be the call. McSherry was not far enough back, and Theo Kiss having words with Tobias Tilley. Whitfield, Montaldo, and then Monteiro as it deflected off of him from Montaldo's shot. Monteiro again, backhanded. Is it through? Yes! They say goal. We're going to wait and hold on this one. They pointed at the net. And Earhart the slash occurred before the puck got in the backside of the net. So it'll stay 3-2, and Earhart gets put in the net in the box for 2 minutes. After Earhart put it in the net. We'll put Mount up 4-2. Holland. Takeaway here for the Saints in the final 12 seconds. And trying to pull one was Sisson. That's wide of everything. And the horn will sound. Through 2. 3-2. Third period to come. We'll take the intermission break. You're watching RI Saints Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! high kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
High kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
High kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
High kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
High kick, goes in!
Taken away.
Three-two after two. As we get set for the third period of action. All right, thank you for tuning in today here on Pins Only Sports Network. Today's the third period brought to you by Stanley Tree and Play Owned and Operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. For the sideboards from Montaldo and all the way down. Nice single stop play. Just 8 seconds in. 1:14 remaining on the power play for the Culver Academy Eagles. Cycled around into the corner for McSherry. This one will come all the way down and pushed aside by Menard. Stefanik looking for Kiss. Carried by the 24, Borkowski. And into the backside boards as he's hit by Whitfield. One more game on the schedule will follow this one in about half an hour time or thereabouts, as we'll close off proceedings in the U15s, take on the Seacoast Performance Academy Spartans. And that'll close the Academies portion of our hockey day. The last home game for Mount for about 2 weeks. We'll be back here at Adelard for Academy hockey until the 21st. Penalties have expired. We're back to five-a-side hockey as we cycle that one into the corner. Montiero works that one around looking as he's dispossessed, however. And it's pulled away by the 23 of Kundra. And tapped into the bench area of Culver, out of play. Got thrown down. Menard. Morgan. Epri fired one from distance. Puck popped up and carried back. As Ipri will backtrack that one with Kai Menzel. They've got to be careful here as Kundra right on the doorstep. And Kundra just leveled in to Menzel, who was down for a moment. Gets his bearings together and comes back. Earhart. Morgan. Fitzgibbon. For Earhart again. I think he's dispossessed of it by Holland, and it landed back for his teammate for a second, and then they cycle this one around, so it's going to be McBride to carry this one up. Holland out of the zone as he goes alongside the Ada Petruso. Lashane. And all the way down for Vishnapu to get it. Colin Sisson. Alex Vishnapu. Sakura in the center. Dispossessed and carried out of the zone by Hansen. Jakob Hansen trying to poke that one forward for Alexi Lashane. And that one gets sent all the way down off of the backboards. Shepherded by Braun. Vishnapu will hold it. Hansen again as it's pushed back in by Barber. And this one will come down. Braun through Barber's wickets. Jaden Sakura on the side boards as he battles there with the 24 of Bordakovsky. 12 and a half left to go here in the third. Saints trying to stand on a 3-2 scoreline. And looking to add to it, it was Monteiro as he fired one high and wide. Wrapped around by Montaldo, punched back in offside as the call. Roberts taking the face off in a win for the Saints, and it came back to him. Roberts to Stefanik, and a big shot from Chase Stefanik snapped in for a save by Menard. Pinned into the corner, popped right up, and that's going to hit the top of the glass. Found a spot in between the glass and the net to drop down. Roberts, as he peeled that one off of Lashane. For Whitfield, Theo Kiss was trying to grab it, and instead it got poke checked out of the zone by Kalsher. Montaldo. For Kiss, back for Montaldo. That one high up over top of the crossbar. Hits off the back glass and comes all the way back. Whitfield cross for Kiss. They've got to be careful as Lashane chasing them. Montaldo. Scheibel got that one for Palmenter. Right back out in the slot, and an opportunity for Manning, and a Saints player sliding across was able to get that one. Palmenter took a shot that went high and wide. Theo Kiss. Chase Stefanik back for Kiss. He'll hold it for a second. Looks for some help from Colin Sisson. Dispossessed and headed the other way. And Sisson slid across, and Manning ended up sending that one off the crossbar. Braun grabbing the shot from Manning. And then he sends it across. Kai Menzel. It's caught up in the shorts of Holland, and then he drops it back out. Wiping out and getting sent into the backside boards was Catallo. Ipri tried to keep it at the blue line, poke checked back out. Carried through the neutral zone for a moment by Petrucci before he's dispossessed. Cron. Was picked up by Holland. Holland brings that one across for Lashane. Getting dumped down was Fitzgibbon. No call from the officials. We continue on. And the Saints will dump this one all the way down into the defensive zone. Line change opportunity as it's worked out defensively by Culver. Barber trying to undercut Bordakovsky. That's pushed back in by McSherry. As Fitzgibbon pushes that one off the sideboards, goes Earhart, and they whistle it. Conversation from the referees. I think there's trying. The male bench is still trying to figure out what the whistle was even for. Mel Bench was still trying to figure out what the whistle was even for. I tend to agree with them on that. What was that whistle for? Roberts. Vishnappu will chase this one back for Barber, and then forward again for Roberts. They go for Morgan. Morgan trying to work across the sideboards. Good body out of the play by Tilly for a second. Came back for it. And then Roberts, as he went to the ice, was able to sweep that one through. And then Earhart. A shot that's snared. Eight left to go here in regulation. Already saw one game today in a 1-goal differential. Ready to see 2. Whitfield sends that one down, looping all the way around for Monteiro. Kalsher, as it comes back around and it's moved by Holland. Monteiro lifts one up. Delayed play for a high stick negated. Kalsher with 4 white jerseys around him, and it's pushed out of the zone as Sakura worked with that one for Monteiro. Cross pass is dispossessed, and it's sent all the way back down by Kerndra. A save made by Braun. Wrapped around off the sideboards looking for Manning. Will get sent all the way back up by Montaldo and then ping-ponged back in by Hansen. 6 and change remaining here in the third. And an attempt that came from the corner from Tilly hit traffic. Line change for Culver. Line change as well for the Saints. As the puck is pinned in the backside corner. And finally does pop free, and it's carried out of the zone and sent all the way down by Fitzgibbon. Today's third period on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Shane deflected off of the sideboards by Scheibel. Stefanik gets tied up with Bordakovsky as tries to work that one. Bride and Menzel hit for the second time. Hard into the boards right at the door of the Mount bench. Bordakovsky, cross pass. Deflected away by the Mount defense. Carried by Kiss. Kiss rubbed off of the play as he bodies with him. Roberts, 9-on-9. Was looking back for Theo Kiss, and they completely missed that one in a 2-line. Will cause the stoppage of play. And they caught Mount for too many men on the ice. So Theo Kess is going to go to the box for 2. And a dangerous spot to get a penalty called against you. With 4 and change left to play in the 1-goal game. Lift it up high and clear it all the way down. And icing called. Hard shot on the draw play and the save made by Braun. And Montaldo and Hodgson having some words after the play. Braun, big save on the snapshot from Holland. And a whistle and an arm up and a penalty. And this one's going to be a big penalty. Coincidentals. Montaldo gets called for cross-checking. Hodgson gets called for unsportsmanlike conduct, so that'll cancel each other out, and we still stay 5-on-4 with 1:36 of power play time remaining for Culver. Holland hits off of the boots of Bordakovsky, carried out of the zone by Stefanik. He'll click that one off the sideboards. It was shepherded by Menard, and Earhart beat everyone down. Stefanik tries to work that one in the zone. Back for Whitfield. Off of the boards in front of the penalty doors for Earhart. Inside of the last minute of the advantage. 3:45 left to go here in regulation. Stefanik and a bouncing shot that deflected off of someone on its way through. Offside is called. Craftfully taken through the zone, and another whistle and offside as McSherry a little bit too fast. Long distance saucer pass and icing. "19 seconds remaining in the advantage. 3 left to go here in the period. They'll get Theokis back. Braun stamps on that one. And more pushing and shoving after the play. clicked up off of the glass. This one will come all the way down, and they will call the icing exactly as the penalty expires. So we play 5 aside. 250. Culver. Holland from the opposite side. Blocked out. Shot score. A snap from Alexi Lashane. And this game's knotted at 3. Schable and Holland will get the assists. For Hansen. Stefanik. Right in front, an opportunity there for Roberts, and it got poked wide. Carried the other way, but offside, whistles and stoppage of play after all things, and more extracurriculars involving players from both sides. Montaldo's going to chase this one to the backboards for Whitfield. Poked up off of the side glass for Earhart, trying to work it through with Morgan. Morgan kicks it to the blue line and then kicked back by Culver. Fitzgibbon bodies with Culver. And dumped all the way down. Was there a whistle? There is a whistle. Face-off will come to the left side of Menard. Kept in the zone for a moment by Montaldo and then dragged back out by Lashane. Off of the crossbar. Monsiero dragging left, dragging right, and then firing one that goes wide. Jaden Sakura had it up along the side boards, and it dropped down and gets poked out. They want icing, and they get the call. Draw play opportunity for the Saints came right back. That one got sent wide as Menzel tried to fire it from the corner. Menzel keeps this one in the zone for Stefanik. Moved back across for Ipri, getting chased by Bordakovsky. Was able to get it across for Menzel. Theo Kiss along the sideboards in front of the Mount bench. Stefanik, stretch pass for Kiss. Bordakovsky tried to drop that one back for him. Holland, as he brings it across for Kron. Or my apologies, check that. It's the 21 of Tilly. Theo Kess. Ipri. And then down the side boards. And this is going to take us to the end of the third period. Horn sounds and we're tied at 3 after 3. And now the conversation occurs. They're saying 3-on-3 for 5, where they can go to a shootout. Or they can call it. 3-on-3 for 5. Bonus hockey. Plenty of open ice in 3-on-3. We're going to go with McSherry, Holland, and Junim for Culver. It's going to be Jaden Sakura, Chase Stefanik, Vinny Ipri for the Saints. 3-on-3 for 5 minutes, and we're underway in overtime. Holland. Sorry, from Holland. For McSherry. For Holland. Ipri tried to knock it away from him. Stefanik and Ipri tie up. And they get the puck. So Stefanik from behind his net. Sakura for Ipri. They hold for a line change, or at least a player change, for Colin Sisson. Sisson loses an edge and drops down and loses the puck. So Holland picks this one up for the Eagles. Scoots past him. We're going to get icing in the stoppage of play. Menzel. Dangling right across the blue line. Menzel gets dumped down. And it's carried out of the zone. Kalsher was trying to drop back for Lashane. And it gets poked all the way out. Schabel chases that one back for the Eagles. Schabel. Menzel ran into the referee, and Braun makes the save on the attempt from Lashane. Sisson cycles with it. Montiero calling for it. Sisson brings it into the zone. Looking for a slot. Sends that one across underneath Montaldo's stick, and it bounced off the sideboards, came all the way back. Sisson sent that one off the backboards for Montiero. Montiero is spinning, taken down, no call. Hodgson, as he sends that one across for Tilly. Into the corner. Chased and poked out of the corner by Earhart for Montiero. Earhart, that one scooted just past him. Back for Vinny Ipri. Ipri holds as the Saints line change. Ipri, Sakura, Stefanik. Chase Stefanik, backside boards, wrapping around for Jaden Sakura. Cross to Vinny Ipri again. Ipri, Stefanik, little toe drag, doesn't pull the trigger, and then finally sends one, and that was deflected wide, and that's going to come all the way down. We're getting icing and a stoppage of play. The entirety of the U15 team in the corner behind the glass watching this one. They're getting set to play Seacoast. In front and stopping one was Sakura. Timeout called by Mount. 1 and change left to go here in overtime. We'll take the timeout. You're watching RI St. M's Hockey on Pennsylvania Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no.
Broken stick and a whistle, and we're going to get a face-off back down. And Ipri, I'm going to chat with the referees. The net knocked off its moorings in the process, too. I think Ipri wanted a penalty called. Are they going to pull Braun? This is gutsy. 4-on-3. And Culver wants the timeout. That was gutsy by Mount. With the face-off down in the zone, they pulled Braun to go 4-on-3. And it forced Culver to call the timeout immediately. .128 remaining in the overtime period. This game was all Saints on the open. 3 goals in the first period. 2 of them on the major power play. That was assessed on the hit from behind. Nate Larioza slamming Callum Hughes into the boards from behind. They ejected Larioza from the game. But then it's been Culver on a comeback streak. And they've got to be careful here with the net empty to the left, to the right side. This one's going to go all the way down in. Culver's going to win 4-3 in overtime as Patrick McSherry sends it all the way down. And the gutsy play by the Saints doesn't pay off. It's a roll of the dice. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Today it didn't. We'll go across center ice and shake hands for 3 final. And we thank you for tuning in. We are behind schedule as we should have started the 15 game at 2 o'clock. We'll have that one after a quick ice resurfacing. Thanks so much for tuning in on Fans Only Sports Network. We'll see you soon.